Hi guys, Domenic Nesci here. Today I'm on a construction site, so you might hear a little bit of noise and that's why I've got sort of wires and things dangling from behind me. But I wanted to shoot this quick video to talk about some of the latest statistics that are coming out of the ABS, also some population data and core logic data. So what I'll do is minimize this guy here, move it aside and grab this over here. Now, some of the key statistics I wanted to show you is what's going on in the residential property prices. So for this last quarter, we saw a 6.7% increase across the 8 capital cities. Now, this is an extraordinary result. We're seeing some really fast-paced growth, and we haven't seen this type of growth in a very long time. Over the course of the year, we've seen 16.8% across all of those 8 capital cities, which you can see here. Now, just to put that into context, if you had bought a $500,000 property last year, this time it's now worth 1.168, $84,000 more than what you bought it for. I don't know that many people that can save $84,000 in a year. So look, I suppose the message that I want you to take away, if you're going to take away one thing, is don't sit on the fence. I truly believe that we're going to be seeing some double-digit growth across the Australian market, and in particular suburbs, we're going to see more than that double-digit growth. So we just need to be smart about where we go and make those next investments. Now, another thing that I thought was pretty interesting is some of the population data that's popping out. Now, one specific thing here is Australia's population growth was almost zero. Now, the reason why is we historically rely upon international migration. And you can see here that, there we go. We normally rely upon between 200,000 and 300,000 people per annum for Australia to grow. We haven't really had anyone come into the country, and in fact, we've had people leave. Now, if we look at the population growth per state, you can see that New South Wales grew a little bit, and this is largely the last quarter. This is a natural increase. We lost a few people. We lost 4,500 people to interstate migration. This is the most obvious or telling signs here. Victoria lost 42,000, nearly 43,000 people. A large chunk of that was from overseas migration. A lot of that's gone to interstate migration. But the huge winner is Queensland. And this is the reason why I think we're seeing such strong price growth in the Queensland and Brisbane market. And the reason why Victoria and Melbourne has been sort of hampered and hasn't grown as strongly as some of the other markets. So this is some key data to pay attention to. I mean, there's a few ways to interpret it. One, we could see Victoria as an opportunity because we will eventually open up the borders and international migration will come back in, demand will come back. And we could also see the fact that this interstate migration will continue. So, perhaps it is also an opportunity in this Queensland market. Now, just to have a look at this data here that's come from CoreLogic, Tim Lawless has described that the housing turnover reaches the highest level in nearly 12 years. So what that actually means is the amount of properties that are being sold, that are trading hands. We had 597,838 properties that traded hands since August 2021, so last month. Now this is trending way above the 20-year and 10-year growth projections, or the transaction projections. And the reason why this is important is, as you can see here, some states are trading on year-on-year averages at extraordinarily high rates. Western Australia is trading a lot of their properties around. Every state is performing very well except for Tasmania. ACT's got some modest increases, but certainly Queensland is also one of those massive outliers where It's trading 100,000 properties above its 10-year average. So you can see that there is some correlation between the interstate migration and also the amount of properties that are being bought. We can see and we can assume, and that from this, that we'll go down here and show you that some of the things that we are noticing is a lot of people are leaving Melbourne, leaving Sydney, some of the other states, but particularly these two major metropolitan hubs, and going into Brisbane for the affordability and the good weather. This is that average turnover. This is another interesting statistic to watch. That Victoria trade 4.7% of its total turnover. And then again here, Queensland 6.5%. So look, this is some really quick stats, some quick numbers. I wanted to just kind of give you the update. The construction's about to start, so I'll sign off. If you disagree with anything that I've said here, just leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. If you found some value in this, like, subscribe, share it with all your friends. Appreciate your attention and happy investing. Catch you later.